Mike 1, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. This one's super quiet. I don't know why. Check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Go kill him. Do you want to switch seats? Do you need to be next to that, or? What's up? I was gonna do play-by-play, but I mean either way, it doesn't really matter which headset each of us is on for that. So I can just move over to this one.
One down, one to go. Our Bears MASCAC basketball doubleheader halfway through And an exciting half coming up here at the Tinsley Center on the campus of Bridgewater State University. Bears women's basketball facing off against the Owls of Westfield State University. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Bears Sports Network. I'm Matt Donahue. Tip is hard fought down on the ground, and we're calling an early jump ball here. They're just going to do this one over again. Ariel Cleveland jumping it up with Jordan Grant from Maine. Another hard fought one, and the Bears finally corral it. Grassi back out to Goucher. Will take it across for Bridgewater State. Bradbury on the right steps into the mid-range. Whistle on a kick ball. Looks like the guilty party might have been number 5, Williams. From Springfield, played her high school ball at Minneshaug. Grassi to inbound for the Bears. Bradbury just grabs it over Hadla. Bradbury into the lane, gets it back, and she's stripped of it. Great steal by the Owls, and coming away with it is Grant. Lummis to bring it across for the Owls. Hadla working into the right mid-range, stepping back, worked on by Grassi, kicks it over to Williams. Williams back out. Hadla stepping up to the top of the key, fighting through Grassi, and a whistle and a foul. That's a foul. Goucher picks up her first and the first overall. Side out by Octaviana Williams. Grassi steals it off the inbound, but then she stepped on the line.
It's Peachy.
Correction, Peachy. A lot of action in the early going here. I'm barely keeping my name straight. Williams to inbound. And she bounces it quickly to Lummis. Lummis loses it. Owls are going to get it back. Great hands. Underneath, Grant trying to work it up. No basket, but she's going to the line.
Yeah, I like how Jordan Lummis of the Owls was able to just kick it out, heads up play, and now we got free throw.
Grit is frequently rewarded in this game as Jordan Grant, the junior from Gray, Maine, makes the first of 2. These two teams come in slightly similar places in the MASCAC. Bears 3-0. The Owls a respectable 2-2. They've tallied MASCAC victories against MCLA and Salem State, and both of them were blowouts. Goucher between the circles, trying to work around a double team, gets it to Bradbury. Peachy, Grassi, across the field of play, underneath. Cleveland can't get a hold on it, and the Bears have turned it over. We saw last year Westfield with their substitutions enact what one of my former colleagues once called a shift change. Very akin to a shift change in hockey. They will frequently sub out all 5 of their players at once, and they have done exactly that. Sheldon, top of the key, it's Gardner, looking to work her way in on Cleveland. Leslie, out on the right, worked on closely by Bradbury, feeds it to Gardner. The hockey passes, and it finds Sheldon in the left mid-range. She kicks it back out. 3 is up and good for Lila Labrie. Lila Labrie, the sophomore from Schenectady. And it's a 4-0 Owls lead with just under 8 to go in the first quarter. Bradbury thought about a left corner 3, said no. She's getting double teamed hard, bounces it to Goucher. Inside, Peachy underneath, feeds it up and in. Bears are on the board. It's 4-2 Owls though, 7:41 to go in the first quarter. Sheldon. Gardner heaves it up, no good off right iron, rebounded by Grassi. And Grassi is fouled. Guilty party's going to be Mia Angelina Leslie. Well, kindly Grassi, who took that foul, very decorated. Once again, MASCAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week. Once again, named to the New England Women's Basketball Association Team of the Week. Another Owls shift change in the offing here. Bradbury, thinking about a three, says no, passes it over to Grassy in the left mid-range. She wants a long one, in and out. Rebound fought around, offensive board, Cleveland, but she can't heave it up, and it's taken away by Leslie. Working across, Labrie to take it across for the Owls. Outside, Labrie works her way in, trying to work it up through contact, can't, gets her own miss. She gets poked around a bit. And she's out of bounds with it. The shift comes back in. Lummis, Williams, Renich, Grant, and Hadla.
Tripp just came in for Peachy, and she lost the ball.
Williams coming in quickly. Pass underneath, but she traveled with it before she could make the pass. It really is a fascinating strategy, what the Owls do. When it comes to these shift changes, it really freshens up the game a lot. We've seen it in action. Goucher takes it across for the Bears. She'll try to take out the do-it-yourself kit, and that worked. Tie game for each, just about 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Lummis takes it across for the Owls. Hadla. Now Williams trying to work her way in. Hooks it up. Off back iron, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Cleveland long one up ahead to Grassy. A transition bucket attempt. Bradbury wants to hook it up. No good. Rebounded by Lummis. Lummis takes it across. Kick out Hadla, all the time in the world to think about it. And she tags and bags that three. 7-4 Owls stolen off the inbound. Williams couldn't put it back up. Rebounded by Cleveland. Grassy takes it across for the Bears. Wants to work it up through contact. Counted and one.
And the end one.
Another shift change coming for the Owls. Whole lot of substitutions. No surprise there. On the floor, it's going to be Gardner, Labrie, Pond, Sheldon, and Leslie. And in the meanwhile, Kindly Grassy trying to finish up that three-point play. Make this a tie game, and she does. 7-all, 5:48 to go in the first quarter. Sheldon worked on closely by Tripp. Breaking in, Gardner loses the handle, Tripp steals it. Grassy takes it across, feed through, but Demores can't keep her hands on it. 5:29 to go in the first quarter, 7-all. Labrie to take it across. Sheldon trying to find an outlet. Gets it back to Leslie, and she loses the grip. Goucher will bring it back the other way out in front of everybody, and she lays it in. A quick transition basket off the steal for Sophia Goucher. 9-7 Bears, just about 5 minutes to go in quarter number one. Sheldon. Thinking about a three was Leslie. She said no, she'll look for an outlet, finds Sheldon again. Sheldon feed out to Pond. Here's Labrie stepping into the lane, trying to get the runner to go. It's too short, rebounded by Demores. Another Owls shift change coming soon. Grassy stepping up on the right post, and she's fouled.
She was able to take the contact and draw the foul. Looks like there's going to be another shift change for the Owls.
Almost Hadla Williams, accompanied by Bohenko. And Grant. Lindsay Bohenko out on the floor now for the Owls. Grassy gets 2 free throws, and the first one is no good. One more coming her way, but this will stay a one-possession game. Grassy goes 1 for 2, and it's a 3-point lead for the Bears. 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Williams loses the grip, looks like it was off of Rice's foot. But they're going to say Williams was last to touch it, and Bridgewater State gets a possession out of it. Fishy taking it in from deep, and she's double teamed, has to pass it. Some nearly exceptional interruption, and there it is, stolen off the pass by Hadla. Williams stepping into the lane, throws it up. No good, rebound batted around. Williams trying to corral her own miss. That's going to be out of bounds off of Erin Rice. Bears lead 10-7 with just over 4 to go in the first quarter. Hadla to inbound. Grant, now Lummis, trying to work her way around the arc, kicks it back out. Williams for three, off back iron, no good, gets her own miss, tosses it back up. Another miss again, and trying to finish the job, Grant can't get it. A couple of quick offensive boards for the Owls. Hadla pulls it back out now, trying to reset, stepping in from the left, throws it up, and she's fouled.
How many rebounds was that? Like 4 or something?
That was 3 offensive boards, it looks like,
Yeah.
for the Owls collectively. Rice is going to pick up her first personal and send Olivia Hadlin, the Westfield local, to the charity stripe. Hadla bags the first one. Olivia Hadla, a 73.1% free throw shooter, not somebody you want to send to the line if you can help it, but she only goes 1 for 2 there. But grabbing the offensive board is Hadla with her own miss. She gets stuffed on the way in, but the Owls are going to maintain possession. 3:39 to go in quarter number 1. Bears 10, Owls 8. Lummis to inbound. Her target is Grant, but Pesci picks it away. Tripp takes it across ultimately for the Bears. Working on Bohenko. Feed over to Grassi, right side. 3, and she bags it. Bears lead. They're going to say long 2. Bears lead is 4. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Lummis working her way in from the left. Everything but the bucket. And a fight on the floor again. This has happened more than once. They're going to say jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to leave it with the Owls. The shift change comes again. Berthium comes in. Leslie is in. Gardner is in. Pond is in. And Sheldon is in.
It's going to be out of bounds, Owls ball.
And Cleveland stepping back in for the Bears. So too is Goucher.
Goucher for Grassi.
Shot clock down to 18 for the Owls. Just about 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Berthium kicks it back out. 3 from the right side is true for Mia Angelina Leslie. Leslie, a 25.8% three-point shooter, and Goucher underneath lays it in.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a turnover there, but unfortunately for Goucher, she was able to corral it and get the layup.
Sheldon, and that one is picked off by Rice, trying to break it. She's got a whole lot of numbers working against her with the Owls, and the Bears waiting to reset. Pesci in the left corner. That one bounces off of Mia Angelina Leslie. 2:21 to go in the quarter, 20 to go in the shot clock. Bears lead at 14-11. Rice gets it back after fumbling it, kicks it back over to Tripp. Tripp Rice from the corner, no good. Out of bounds, last touch by Sheldon. Another Owls shift change. Here comes Grant. Here comes Renich. Here comes Lummis. Here comes Hadla. And here comes Bohenko. Tripp at the Left wing trying to step in, works her way up on the left post, throws it up, no good. That was wild, rebounded by Bohenko. Lindsay Bohenko takes it across. Lummis kicks it over, Hadla at the right wing. Top of the key, Bohenko. Some hockey passes, Lummis working in on the left mid-range along the left baseline. Kicks it back over, Hadla from the right wing for three, and she sticks it. Tie game, 14 all. A minute 35 to go in the first quarter. Goucher breaking across. Cleveland thought about a left side three, said no. She's double teamed. Owls are great at executing these double teams. Tripp at the top of the key, nearly. Pass across to Pishi, stepping in on the right baseline. Kicks it back out. Bradbury thought about a three, said nah. Steps into the mid-range, kicks it back out to Tripp. Tripp working in from the left, throws it up and banks it in. Bears with a 2-point advantage with a minute 7 to go in quarter number 1. Lummis looking to reset, get her soldiers in order. Lummis steps into the left mid-range, now pulls back out. Tripp gets a hand on it, Pishi pulls it away. Tripp working up, nobody in front of her, and she'll just lay it in. Bears 18, Owls 14, less than a minute to go. Lummis takes it across for the Owls. Hadla working around a Grant screen, throws it up, misses everything, and that's going to be Bears ball. Bears will bring Grassi back in. Owls will make a whole mess of substitutions. They don't even bother saying the numbers because they bring everybody in. It's a really neat system that Owls head coach Andrea Bertini has going with these shift changes. It keeps the games fresh in a lot of ways. Bears can't keep it in bounds. And the last
very errant pass there by Tripp.
last possession of the quarter could belong to the Owls. Berthium will bring it across. Sheldon. Now out to Leslie at the top of the key, worked on by Goucher. Another poke away, but Tripp unable to corral it, and she takes a bit of a face plant into the stand. She's up and good. Owls are going to get that possession back. 9 seconds in the quarter, shot clock off. Berthium trying to find somebody. Finds Hadla inside. Grant trying to throw it up. And the clock expires before the Bears can get off a shot. Are they saying no basket? They're saying no, well, obviously no basket. But that will end the quarter. After 10 minutes of action, Bears enjoy a 4-point lead against the Owls. We'll be right back with you for quarter number 2 here on the Bears Sports Network. Quarter number 2 about to begin here at the Tinsley Center. Bears lead the Owls 18-14. But a whole lot of grit already. A whole lot of creative play by both these units. For the Bears on the floor, it's Bradbury, Goucher, Grassi, Cleveland, and Tripp. For the Owls, it's, well, one of their hockey-style lines. Grant, Hadla, Williams, Renich, and Lummis. In the lane, Goucher gets her pocket picked. Great steal by Jordan Lummis. And the Owls trying to get a transition basket the other way, and it's stolen off the bounce pass by Tripp. Bradbury toss over to Goucher. She lays it up with the left, but no good. Second chance points. Grassy gets it right underneath.
That was some very nice passing there. But go on the Bears for the second chance points.
Bears 20, Owls 14. Throwing it up, no good for Hadla, but she tries to corral her own miss, and she does. Hadla worked on by Grassy. Bouncer in. Grant can't contain it. And the Owls turn it over. 9:13 to go in quarter number 2. Tripp trying to slow it down a bit, worked on by Lummis. Bradbury at the top of the key, watched by Williams, trying to find a feed, finds it in Grassy at the left wing, kicks it over right side. Goucher, top of the key, 3 for Bradbury, off the rim, rebounded by Grant. Another shift change coming soon to a theater near you from Westfield. Lummis takes it across. Hadla at the right wing, working around a Grant screen, gets it to Grant in the right mid-range. Grant takes it off the rim. Hard fought rebound by Williams. She throws it up, no good, gets her own miss, posting up. No basket, but she draws the foul from Goucher. Tough fight by the freshman Octaviana Williams. Second personal for Sophia Goucher. A whole host of substitutions except for Williams, who's going to take the free throws. Octaviana Williams, a 44.1% free throw shooter, but she bags the first one. One more coming the way of the freshman guard from Springfield. Makes them both, and this is a 4-point game. Bears 20, Owls 16. 8:30 to go in the first half. Bouncer inbounded to Grassy, taking it across. Pass to Rice. Rice stepping in, throws it to Bradbury. Thought about a left corner 3, said no. The runner from the side rattles around and in for Sydney Bradbury. 6-point game yet again. Sheldon trying to break her way in, kicks it back out. Left side 3, off the iron. That one missed by Pond. 8 minutes to go. Rice underneath, trying to bank it in, no good. Offensive board, Cleveland rolls it around, and it's rebounded by Gardner. Stolen by Rice off the pass, but she travels with it. A whole lot of grip between these two teams in the early going, no shock there. Labrie, the masked marauder, to take it across. At the top of the key, Gardner, off left iron, rebounded by Grassy. Rice with the pass up ahead, bounces it underneath to Cleveland, and she's fouled on the attempt. That's going to be Labrie. Labrie picks up her first personal and the first Owls team foul of the quarter. 2 free throws coming the way of Ariel Cleveland.
Ariel Cleveland is a 59.4% free throw shooter. Makes one there.
Bears now with a 7-point lead. Cleveland trying to make it 8. And so it was written. Bears with an 8-point lead, 7.5 to go in quarter number 2. Labrie spinning around, trying to work her way into the lane with the left hand, no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Long one up ahead by Tripp to Bradbury, she lays it in. And Andrea Bertini is going to take a second to talk this one over with her troops. Bears with a 10-point lead, 7:19 remaining in the first half. Owls take a 30-second timeout.
And it looks like there's going to be a shift change after that 30-second timeout by the Owls. 10-point lead by the Bears with 7:19 in the second quarter. It's just, the Bears getting a lot of, quick points, a lot of steals. great.
Bears executing, but these Owls liable to come back on you at any minute. Lummis takes it across. Lummis. That's a traveling violation on Hadla. Owls turn it over. 7:06 remaining in the half. Bears with a 10-point lead. Grassi gets the inbound. Grassi takes it across, working on Hadla, leaves it for Tripp. Tripp throws it inside to Cleveland, trying to heave it up, and she can't. Rebound found Lummis. Lummis to Williams. That was a risky pass. Williams able to corral it finally, and she's fouled. Tough go. Williams hits the deck. Fouls on Rice. Rice's second personal, second team foul on the Bears in the quarter. Williams will inbound it. Bears are checking in Kayla Thomas. Thomas and Demores.
Caleb Thompson's first time in the game for the Bears.
Lummis working away out left, kicks it to Hadla. Hadla drops it on the right side to Renich, now inside. Grant trying to muscle her way around Demores. Up and off the back iron, Grant gets her own miss, and this time off the backboard, it's magic for Jordan Grant. Bears lead is cut to 8. Whistle, out of bounds. Bears are going to keep that one. Looks like that was off of Williams. Grassi will inbound it. Gets it to Tripp between the circles-ish. Bradbury now, worked on by Lummis. Bouncer to Thomas. Thomas to Tripp. Thomas thought about a left side three, said no, leaves it with Tripp. Tripp steps in on the post, excuse me. No good. Whistle, foul. Guilty party's going to be Renich. Jen Renich called for the foul. The graduate student from Bedford. North of the city, as they say. Bradbury to inbound. Just about 6 minutes to go in the first half. Thomas trying to find somebody to pass it to, finds Grassi for a top of the key three. Off left iron, no good. Rebounded by Leslie. Breaking up ahead, Labrie. Three from the right wing. Off back iron for Bertium. Rebounded by Grant. Pond. Now a left side three. Off iron again for Gardner. And this time no, I stand corrected. That was a tough one, and Pond is fouled. Pond grabbed a crucial offensive board, and for her trouble, she draws some contact and earns a trip to the line. Foul is on Kayla Thomas. Tripp's going to get a breather. Pesci comes in her place, and 2 free throws coming the way of Maddie Pond. Maddie Pond, a 69.2% free throw shooter. Hit that one. Made them both. 6-point game for the Bears. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Demores to Pesci, who crosses center court with it. Stolen off the pass. Great deflection by Pond. Pond finally recovers it. Bouncer underneath, trying to work with it. Are the Owls. And a quick floater by Leslie brings the Owls back within 4.
Good transition bucket for the Owls.
Bradbury for 3 from the right, bags it.
Swish.
Bears with a 7-point lead, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Labrie. Pond trying to find an outlet, steps in, kicks it over to Leslie. Worked on by Bradbury, drops it up to Bertium. Bertium stepping into the lane, pushing it up, no good off the backboard. Offensive board, Gardner heaves it up, rebounded by Pesci. Pesci outlet to Bradbury, thought about a 3, said no. Steps inside, up on the left post, and she's fouled. No, I stand corrected. They're going to say a traveling violation. That's what that whistle was. Bradbury took a walk with it. The Owls shift change, comes back out. Williams inbounds to Lummis. 4.5 to go in the first half. Bears lead it by 7. Lummis, between the circles, finds Williams. Williams steps up on the right post, tries to find an outlet, and corralled by Lummis, but it's out of bounds. .4:14 remaining in the quarter. Tripp inbounds to Pesci. Pesci out deep, dogged by Lummis, double teamed. Grant is in on the on the action now. Excuse me, I'm losing my words. Bradbury underneath, it's off her hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, Tripp almost lost it. She had to like reach for it on one of those passes.
Just under 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Lummis working her way in. She's fouled on the floor. That's going to be Tripp. Tripp picks up her first personal and the 4th team foul for Bridgewater. Adler to inbound, bounces it to Grant, now over to Lummis. Lummis at the left wing, worked on by Tripp, trying to find someone inside, kicks it across instead, just barely contained by Bohenko. She gets it over to Williams. Williams stepping in, the runner floater is true from the right side. Tough shot made to look easy by Octaviana Williams. And the Bears lead is just 5. Grassi trying to break in. That one's out of bounds, off the Bears. A great basket by Williams and a great stop by the Owls. Bears 29, Owls 24, 3:22 to go. Three is off the iron, no good for Hadla, but a whistle underneath. Pesci picks up her first personal. Team limit, and it's going to send Octaviana Williams to the free throw line.
Since Williams' second trip to the line, 2 for 2 last time.
Makes the first one here. Williams, with another made free throw, could make this a one-possession game. She'll do exactly that. Bears lead it by 3. 2 clutch free throws by Octaviana Williams with 3:15 remaining in the first half. Grassi looked like Pond might have gotten a piece of it there on the pass. Bradbury left corner 3, off the iron, whistle underneath, and that's going to be a loose ball foul on Demores. Sydney Bradbury respectfully disagrees with the call. Cleveland and Thomas checking back in for the Bears. Free throws coming the way of Mia Angelina Leslie, who's a 57.1% free throw shooter. Misses the first off back iron. 3:04 remaining in the second quarter. Bears with a 3-point lead. Leslie trying to make it 2, but misses the second as well. Tripp with the board. Outlet up ahead. Pesci from the left side kicks it over to Thomas in the right corner. Now Grassi at the right wing. Pulling back out, leaves it for Tripp. Tripp over to Pesci at the left wing. Pesci steps inside to the left mid-range, kicks it over to Tripp, excuse me. A whole lot of ball movement, shot clock in single digits. Bears need to act. Tripp kicks it over to Pesci from the left baseline, and she bags it. Bears with a 5-point lead and 2.5 remaining in the half. Sheldon working her way in, kicks it back out to Leslie. Underneath, Berthiaume can't finish the job. Rebounded by Pichi, but a fight for it. Grassi comes away with it. Thomas, left corner three, no good. Offensive board, Pichi. Hockey passes around the arc. Thomas has it at the left wing, steps in, trying a Euro and throws it up, plus the foul. And one for Kayla Thomas. Tough play. Foul's going to be, it looks like, on Gardner.
Calling on Jess Gardner off the Owls.
Gardner from Webster, Mass. picks up her first personal. And Kayla Thomas, an 80% free throw shooter, misses the free throw off back iron. Rebounded by Williams. Lummis will take it across. Under 2 minutes remaining. Bears with a 7-point lead. Hadla working around a Grant screen, gets her pass poked away by Grassi, and the Bears coming the other way. Here's Pichi from the left elbow, no good. Rebound fought around. Jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to leave it with the Owls. 1 minute, 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Lummis takes it across. Her Owls in a 7-point hole. Lummis pulls out along the left, bounce pass in. That was risky. Grant corralled it. And now the Owls turn it over. Thomas with the strip. Strip double team, tries to outlet it up to Grassi. Steal attempt, but a foul. Looks like that's going to be Lummis. Lummis picks up her first personal, and it's the fourth team foul on Westfield. Inbound for Tripp. Gets it to Grassi. Grassi double team, kicks it over to Tripp. And she travels with it. What a hallmark of this Owls defense. They lay the double team on you so quickly you're not even sure how to deal with it. And before you know it, you've had your pocket picked or you've taken a walk with it. A minute to go. Bears 33, Owls 26. Williams at the left wing trying to work her way around a Grant screen. Renich now over to Hadla. Hadla on the right wing trying to work her way around, nearly gets it pulled away from her and does by the Bears. Here's Pichi finishing the job that Grassi started. Thomas now to Pichi trying to work her way in with some haste. And that's a blocking foul on the Owls. Owls coach Andrea Bertini is not thrilled. That's going to be Octaviana Williams. Two free throws for Kylie Pichi. 61% free throw shooter.
First trip to the line, first shot good.
Pichi averages 9.1 points a game coming into tonight. Second free throw's good, and it's a 9-point game. 1.4 second difference between shot and game clocks. Pond inbounds it to Lummis. Lummis stepping in the left mid-range, working her way around, bounces it to Pond. Pond worked on by Tripp. Pass across, right side three, and it sure looked like Thomas got a piece of it. Stolen away by Grant, gets it to Hadla, working around on the left post. Lummis thought about a left corner three, said no. Just a few seconds remaining, and that's another air ball. And the quarter ends without a basket. Bears are going to take a 9-point lead to the locker room. They are in a real cat fight here at the Tinsley Center, a real slap fest. Both teams putting in a lot of work, but it is the Bears with a 9-point lead after 20 minutes of play. We'll be right back with Bears women's basketball here on the Bears Sports Network after halftime. with 2 quarters down and 2 left, Bridgewater State comes in with a 9-point advantage as we head to the 3rd quarter here at the Tinsley Center. Their opponents, the Westfield State Owls, have been knocking at the door for a lot of this game, and I expect that to continue here in the second half.
Yeah. Leading the Bears in points, you got Kylie Grassi with 8, Sydney Bradbury with 7, and then for Westfield State, you got Olivia Hadlaw with 7, Octavia Williams with 6. She also has 6 rebounds, and you got Aria Cleveland leading the Bears in rebounds. So it's it's a 9-point game for the Bears. The Bears about to inbound it.
Inbound from Goucher to Peachy, and we're underway. Grassi trying to find Goucher on the left, kicks it back over to Peachy at the left wing. Grassi at the top of the key. Bradbury in the left corner. Peachy gets it back to Bradbury, and it's stolen off the pass. Great steal by Olivia Hadla off a bounce pass. Hadla takes out the do-it-yourself kit, throws it up, and she's going to the line. Guilty party's going to be Peachy. Her second personal, and obviously the first team foul of the quarter. 2 free throws for Olivia Hadla from Westfield. This is the first. Hadla goes 1 for 2. And the Bears' lead is down to 8. Goucher trying to work through a press by Lummis. Bounces it to Grassi, working through a press of her own by Grant. Tough turnover by the Bears. 10-second violation by Bridgewater State. Exceptional defense by Westfield. 9:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bears with an 8-point lead, but the Owls are trying to slice into it. Lummis just muscles it back up off the floor, bounces it out to Hadla. Hadla stepping up to the top of the key between the circles, worked on by Grassi, kicks it over on the side to Lummis, working it on the left from the baseline, underneath, and she throws it away. Another Owls shift change with a minute gone in the 3rd. Goucher to inbound, bounces it to Grassi. Goucher gets it back. Bradbury left corner 3. Off the iron, offensive board. Goucher feeds it back underneath to Bradbury, and she banks it in from the low post. Bridgewater lead is back up to 10. Labrie takes it across. Sheldon gets her pass blocked by Peachy, gets it back. Labrie from the right wing, correction left wing, no good. Cleveland with the board, feeds it back up ahead. On a whistle and a travel by the Bears. Owls get it back. 8:20 to go in the 3rd. Deflected off the pass by Peachy. Owls are going to keep it. Ten-point game in the Bears' favor. Nearly stolen off the pass again, but it is corralled by Leslie. Long pass across the field of play to Pond. She works in off the left and gets the layup to fall. Bears 37, Owls 29. A whistle, a foul, and that one's going to be Pond. No, they're going to say Bohenko instead. I stand corrected. No, I stand corrected again. Our PA announcer in-house had me a little bit confused, and it is in fact a foul on Pond. Thrown up, no good for Peachy, rebounded by Williams. Under 8 to play in the quarter. Grant underneath, trying to corral it, does, kicks it back out to Williams. Williams working in the hook, no good, and an offensive foul. Goucher takes a tough charge. Second personal for Octaviano Williams. Inbounded by Goucher. 8 points is the Bears' lead. 7:40 to go in the third quarter. Goucher working around a double team, trying to find someone, anybody, bounces it to Pishi. Grassi now watched by Williams, trying to put the spin move on. Nearly gets her pocket picked by Hadla. Pass up ahead, Cleveland trying to Euro in from the right, and she rattles it home. Great one by Cleveland. Bears lead is back up to 10. Lummis out at the right wing, kicks it over to Hadla. Hadla working in. Arc gets it up. Offensive board, Grant trying to poke away her own miss, can't. Rebounded eventually by Goucher. Goucher underneath. Pishi misses everything off the backboard, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bears. Grassi will inbound it for the Bears. Bradbury at the right wing looking for an outlet, finds it, and Grassi gives it back to Bradbury. Bradbury steps in, tries to feed it underneath to Cleveland, does. Cleveland misses it off the bottom of the backboard, rebounded by Gardner. Labrie takes it across, toss up ahead to Sheldon. Sheldon with Bradbury in her face in the left mid-range, trying to find somebody, anybody. And it's a 30-second timeout for the Owls. Tough defense by Bradbury, forcing the Owls to call a timeout to force something of a valve. A little bit of a release valve for the Owls. Bears with a 10-point lead. 6:34 to go in the third quarter. Both of these teams trying their hardest to lay some tough defense on each other. Case in point right there. The Owls are going to look.
And the Bears are trying to keep their 4-game winning streak alive.
Absolutely. Bears have won, I believe it's 5 straight coming into this, actually. They really are on a tear. Owls, of course, looking to improve to 3-2 in MASCAC play. Would be 10-8 in the standings overall. Leslie stepped out of bounds with it. Another Owls turnover with 6.5 to go in the third. Grassi stuck in her own lane. Tough press by Sheldon. Grassi finally able to streak across. Trying to toss it, gets it to Tripp. That was a risky throw. Tripp across the country to Bradbury from the right elbow and bags it. Bears lead is 12, 6:12 to go in the third quarter. Sheldon. That one was stifled for Gardner, and the Bears come away with it. Bradbury trying to work her way out of a jam, gets it to Tripp. Underneath. DeMoore is trying to keep a grip. But the Owls are going to take the possession and force the turnover.
And we got another shift change for the Westfield State Owls.
Lummis will take it across for Westfield. Lummis into the lane, whistle, foul. That's going to be Tripp. Picks up the personal. Her second. 2 team fouls each for the Bears and the Owls now. Lummis at the right wing, watched by Tripp. Lummis stepping in, bouncer to Williams, she corrals it. Williams working her way up to the free throw line, and she tries to pass it. It is nearly stolen, wrestled around on the floor again, a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Westfield. 12 points is the Bridgewater lead, 5:32 to go in the third quarter. Inbounded to Hadla. Hadla to Bohenko, trying to find someone inside, finds Grant. Grant posting up on Demores, tries to get it to roll around, excuse me. Second chancer no good for Williams, out of bounds, and it's going Bridgewater's way.
Yeah, it went off of Williams, like, I don't know if it's like foot or shin.
Somewhere around her foot, ankle, shin, neck of the woods.
Yep.
5:15 to go in the third quarter. Bears lead by 12. Grassy trying to grab a 50-50 ball. Nope. Williams gets the better of it. Breaking quickly. Bouncer underneath. Oh, what a look from Williams to Lummis for two more. Bears lead cut to 10. Stolen off the pass. Finds the hands of Lummis. Underneath, no basket, but she's fouled. Two excellent plays in quick succession by the Bears. Correction, by the Owls, I should say. Two troubled plays by the Bears. And Jordan Lummis is going to get two at the free throw line. Jordan Lummis, the junior from Pittsfield, has been a part of both of those heads-up Owls plays. First free throw is no good off back iron. Pishi comes in for the Bears. And the Bears are going to reevaluate it all. They're going to take a timeout. 30-seconder for Bridgewater State. Lummis will get one more free throw when play resumes, looking to cut the Bears' lead to 9. Well, both of these teams are making hay off of points off turnovers so far tonight. The Bears have 16 of them. The Owls have 17. And it's emblematic of two teams that are really laying great defense on each other, turning each other over a whole lot. You can see here 21 turnovers for the Bears, 17 for the Owls. They are really biting each other hard when it comes to the defensive end. One more free throw for Lummis and she makes it. Bears lead is cut to 9. Grassy over to Goucher, trying to find somebody. She's double teamed. She'll take it up a ways herself instead, throw it to Grassy, kick over to Bradbury on the left side. Goucher now around the horn a bit. Grassy at the top of the key. Bradbury thought about a left side three, said no. Bouncer to Goucher at the left wing. Goucher working in on the left elbow, kicks it back out to Bradbury. A lot of ball movement between these two. Goucher wants a long two, no good. Tossed back up by Pishi. That's staying with a play and making the most of it. Hadla for three from the right. Off the iron, offensive board. Grant underneath, trying to lay it up through contact. No good, but she's fouled. That's on Demores for a second personal. And Aaron Rice will come back in to give Bradbury a breather. Jordan Grant shooting two free throws. First one's a miss off the back iron. Grant, a 60% free throw shooter coming into this game. Trying to cut the Bears' lead to 10. And they're both no good. Demores with the board, tosses it up ahead to Goucher. Goucher, another toss up ahead. Probably should have been a kick ball, and that one's just going to roll out of bounds and stay with Bridgewater State. That sure looked like a kick ball to me, but no such call by the officials. Cleveland in for the Bears. Some dispute as to what the facts of the case are here. 19 seconds remain on the shot clock for Bridgewater State. Inbounded to Pishi. Pishi back over to Goucher, and she is absolutely wrestled down by Bohenko. Lindsay Bohenko from Lowell picks up her first personal, third team foul for the Owls. Side out for the Bears. Pishi trying to work her way around. Grassi could not get there in time, and the Bears turn it over. Whole lot of subs. Owls get the ball inbounded to Labrie. Labrie bouncer. Sheldon across to Gardner at the top of the key, watched by Cleveland, trying to work around a Labrie screen. Gardner working her way in from the right side. Offensive foul. Gardner with the charge, picks up her second. 3:41 to go in the third. Pishi takes it across and fast, trying to work into the lane, heaving it up underneath. That was a tough look for Kylie Pishi. Bears lead is 13 with 3.5 to go in the third. Pond working on the left. Sheldon underneath, trying to find an outlet, nearly throws it away, gets it back. Sheldon at the left wing, worked on tightly by Grassi. That's going to be a jumper, and it's going to go Bridgewater's way.
Yeah, good on Grassi with the effort there. Pausing jump ball and then turn it over to the Bears.
Grassi loses it in traffic, and she's fouled.
Another shift change by the Owls.
Foul is the first personal for Hannah Sheldon, pretty local from Taunton. 2 free throws for Kylie Grassi. Kylie Grassi, as we mentioned, again, MASCAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week, as she makes the first, again, named to the New England Women's Basketball Association Team of the Week. She's been stellar this year for the Bears. Both free throws are good. 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. Hadla outside. Bohenko working in on the left post, and she banks it in. Bears lead is cut to 13. Goucher working around a double team, trying to find somebody, anybody. Bouncer underneath to Cleveland, no good. Gets her own miss. No basket, but she's fouled. That's going to be on Hadla. Her second personal, and it's 2 free throws for Ariel Cleveland. Ariel Cleveland this is the first one, now 2 of 3 from the line. Still another one awaiting her. And she makes it. Bears lead by 14, 2.5 to go in the third quarter. From the left side, Bohenko, no. Offensive board, Grant, feed to Bohenko underneath, nearly stolen by Goucher on the floor. Bohenko heaves up another one, that one hits iron 2. And a hold called on Grassi. Her first personal foul. But it's going to send Jordan Lummis to the line for 2. Lummis is 1 for 2 from the stripe tonight. She makes it 2 for 3. Lummis seeking to make this a 12-point game. Second one's a miss, it'll stay 13.
Rebounded by Peachy. Passes it to Goucher.
Goucher trying to work through, and she finally muscles her way across the court and throws it away, just gave it to Jordan Grant. Up ahead, Bohenko in the left mid-range, trying to find somebody. Anybody finds Lummis. Lummis inside to Grant in the lane, posting up through a double team, trying to work her way up from the left, no good. Offensive board attempted by Williams. Instead it was off the hands of the Bears. And the Owls will get another crack at this with 20 seconds back on the shot clock. 1:49 remaining in the quarter. Bears 48, Owls 35. Lummis inbounds. Inbounds to Grant with a bouncer. That was tight. Grant back out. Hadla for three. Got it. Huge shot to bring this thing back within 10. Hadla trying to steal it off the inbound. That was some tough work. Goucher to throw it across for Rice. Bouncer underneath to Cleveland. Working it up through contact underneath is Ariel Cleveland. Bears lead at 50-38. 1:24 remaining in the third. Lummis fighting in through the lane off the backboard. That was tough, and she's fouled. Goucher hits the deck. Cleveland hits the deck. Foul's going to be on Goucher. Owls bring in a variety of substitutes. Lummis is going to get 2 at the free throw line. Looking to make it 4 for 6. First one rattles home. 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. Looking like Bears are going to bring in Jordan Peebles. And both free throws good for Lummis. Peebles in. And Labrie in as the last part of the shift change for the Owls.
Peebles just come in for Cleveland. The sophomore out of Middleborough.
Grassi pulling back out. Toss across to Bradbury. Thought about a right wing three, said no. Steps in the right mid range. Peebles at the right elbow, kicks it back out. Grassi for three. Got it. 13-point game yet again with a minute left in the third. Gardner at the left wing, trying to work on Peebles. Bouncer over to Bertium. Bertium trying to heave it up, and that was tough. What a look by Morgan Bertium. Grassi long two, her foot was on the line, she got it. Shot clock is off. Owls can hold for the last shot if they want it in this third quarter. Labrie on the right side, toss across for three. Off the back iron, no good for Bertium, rebounded by Grassi. Grassi through to Rice, long two, I believe. Got it! They're gonna give her the three. Heck of a shot by Erin Rice. She's had a couple of offensive explosions this season, and that was a big shot. After 3 quarters of play, Bears enjoy a 16-point lead, 58-42. One more quarter to go. We'll be right back with you for the fourth here at the Tinsley Center right after this. Three quarters down, 1 to go. Bridgewater State with a 16-point lead as we head to the fourth over the Westfield State Owls. A couple of scorers in double figures for the Bears, Grassi, Bradbury, and Pesci with 15, 11, and 10 respectively. And for the Owls, Olivia Hadla has 11. Octaviana Williams, however, contributing as well with 8 boards. Jordan Grant with 7 of her own. That one nearly picked off the inbound. Hadla breaking in the lane, trying to toss it up, and it's good. A basket to start the quarter for Olivia Hadla. Bears just barely keep it in their own hands. Grassi trying to find anybody. She's dogged by Lummis up ahead to Bradbury. Inside all alone is Peebles underneath.
People just got her first 2 points of the game.
Half a minute in, the Bears lead 16 points. Hadla thought about a 3, said no, works her way in, tosses it up, and another one. Back-to-back field goals for Olivia Hadla with some tough looks. Bradbury, left corner 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Grant. She's muscling, trying to keep it. She is being toughed out by Rice and Peebles, and eventually gets it over to Lummis. Lummis working her way in, gets stuffed but fouled. That one's going to be on Grassi. Tough defensive play, but Grassi picks up the personal. Jordan Lummis gets a couple more at the free throw line, her 7th and 8th of the night. First one's off back iron, no good. .8:55 remaining in the game. Lummis misses them both. Rebounded by Grassi. Correction by Rice. Pesci up ahead, gets it back from Bradbury, kicks it out to Grassi. Grassi from just beyond the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Hadla. Hadla working up on the right. Stepping up into the lane on the left post, feeds it underneath, and that was a good one by Grant. Great look by Hadla. Great finish by Jordan Grant. Bears lead is 12. Pesci now over to Rice. Rice trying to find somebody, gets it back to Pesci, gets it back from her. Bradbury inside to Peebles. Rice cutting in. The runner no good off the backboard, rebounded by Lummis. A fight on the floor for it, not the first one tonight. It's going to be a jumper, and it's going to stay with the Bears. Three substitutions apiece, and we're back underway. 8:11 to go in regulation. Bears 60, Owls 48. Bradbury. Grassi thought about a right wing 3, said no, stepped inside. Gets stripped, but she's fouled. That's going to be on Pond. Inbound from the baseline for the Bears. Bradbury will handle that. Trip. Whistle. Foul as Goucher hits the floor. That's going to be on Jess Gardner. Gardner picks up her 3rd with that one. Just over 8 minutes to go in regulation. No score change yet. It's still a 12-point game. Goucher on the right side, trying to work her way to anybody. Bouncer. That was a quick hook by Tripp over to Cleveland. Bouncer underneath. One extra pass. Tripp doesn't want the shot. Kicks it back over to Grassi at the left wing. Grassi steps inside. The runner in the lane is good. Bears lead by 14. 7:41 remaining in the game. Underneath, stolen off the pass by Bradbury. Toss over to Grassi in the left mid-range, trying to post up, kicks it back out. Cleveland thought about a three, said nah. Stepping in the low left post, and she's fouled. That one's going to be on Hadla, her third. Owls making substitutions in much smaller waves now. 2 free throws for Ariel Cleveland. Trying to make this a 16. A correction. No, my math was right. A 16 would have been a 16-point game, but she misses the first. You're right. And now trying to make it 15. The deed is done. Bears lead by 15, about 7.5 to go in the game. A whistle already, and it's a double dribble by not by Hadla, excuse me, by Lummis. Bears to inbound. Toss up ahead to Grassi. She is double teamed tightly. Gets it to Cleveland. Kicks it back out. Bradbury, right corner three, misses everything. Rebounded by Hadla. Hadla pulls back out to the left corner. Stepping in along the baseline, kicks it underneath. Stolen off the pass by Tripp. These two teams are just giving it away. Tripp. Runners true. And they're going to give her the basket. Yes, indeed. Some consultation. Andrea Bertini thinks that was a charge, trying to plead her case from a distance. And we're going to see what the call is. Officials still deciding what the deal is. Looking like it's going to stand. That's a blocking foul on Jess Gardner. She'll pick up her fourth.
Nancy Bohanko just came in for Hadla.
Caroline Tripp trying to complete the three-point play. And she will. Bears lead is 18. Just under 7 to go in the game. Bears lead at 66-48. For three from the left wing, true from Maddie Pond. Tough shot by Maddie Pond. She just spots up and takes it and makes it. Bradbury wants a long two of her own. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Grant. Bears lead it by 15. Williams breaking in. Gets her pocket picked. Goucher comes away with it. Goucher running a route, kicks it over. Grassi from the right side for three, no good. Offensive board attempted by Goucher. That's going to be a foul on the floor. And it's going to stay with the Bears. Fouls on Lummis. And Hadla, with three personals of her own, is stepping back in.
Wrights is back in for Bradbury.
2 free throws here for Sophia Goucher. Her first of the night, but the first one is no good. The second try, and that one she has more luck. Labrie in for Lummis, and the Owls are at the controls, down 16 with just over 6 to go. Grant, top of the key, three. Off the back iron, no good. Tough rebound by Goucher. Up ahead, Williams, great steal off the pass. She's able to corral it. Octaviana Williams read that one perfectly. Labrie. Now dropped with Pond, coming in off the right side, no good. Rebound Cleveland. Bouncer to Rice. Rice at the right wing, kicks it over to Grassi at the top of the key. Grassi working her way in underneath. Cleveland, the feed, and the finish. Bears up 18. Pond. Inside to Grant, posting up on Cleveland, spins out. Rebounded by Rice. Whistle and the Bears turn it over. That's a carry. Guilty party appeared to be Grassi. Owls get it back with 5:13 left in regulation. They're down 18 points. Williams working in on the left post, kicks it back over to Labrie, just keeps it in. That was tough. But out of bounds, deflected by Goucher. .17 on the shot clock for the Owls. Some dispute as to who's going to inbound it. It will be Labrie.
Peachy is in for Goucher, and Demore is in for Cleveland.
Just under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Inbounded to Williams. Williams working around, kicks it back out. Just kept in by Hadla. Tosses up a three, no good. Rebound to Moore. She gives it away to Grant. Grant back over to Hadla at the right wing, worked on by Peachy. Heaves up a long two, no good. Rebound, Rice. Rice is double teamed, trying to find somebody, anybody. And a great defensive stop there initially. No, Peachy gets it back. What a confusing sequence of events. 4.5 left in the game. Williams picks it up off the ground and gets it. Toss up ahead to Grant. Throws it up and she's got it off the backboard. 16-point game, 4:13 to go. And Tripp was out of bounds. Two tough giveaways for the Bears. Bears are going to take a 30-second timeout.
So the Bears currently have 28 turnovers, which is the season high for the team. The previous season high was 20 turnovers, which they've reached 4 times. Most recently, the last game against Worcester State, in which they won.
We've seen firsthand both of these units really coughing it up in a lot of needless ways. 4:12 left on the clock here. Bears lead at 69 to 53.
And the teams are even in the rebounding category, 39 apiece. And the Bears are shooting just slightly less than half of their field goals.
Lummis
9.1.
Lummis pulling it out for the Owls. Tries to feed it inside to Grant, and the whistle and a foul. And the foul is on Jessica Demores. Demores picks up personal number 3, second team foul for the Bears. Inbounded from Lummis to Hadla. Hadla, 3, missed everything, grabbed by Demores. Up ahead, Hadla redeems herself, steals it off the pass. On the floor with it, Williams is going to corral it now. Pass over to Hadla. Up ahead to Lummis. Lummis, that one is deflected. Deflection by Grassi, but it is not enough to stop it from getting to Pond. 3 for Williams. Off back iron, no good. Offensive board. Grant trying to fight for it. It's going to roll out of bounds and stay with the Owls. Goucher back in for the Bears. Tripp will get a breather. Labrie comes back in for the Owls, and she'll inbound. Williams, between the circles, working on Grassi, stepping in on the right post, kicks it back out. Pond thought about a right corner 3, said no. She'll go for the floater instead. No. Rebounded by Goucher. Jump ball, tough fight given to Goucher by Williams. And good thing for Williams, because it's going to stay with the Owls due to the possession arrow. Great heads-up play by Octaviana Williams. Labrie inside to Grant. That's a whistle. Looks like it was over the back. Demores committed that one. And Jessica Demores has 4 personals. Demores and Rice are going to get breathers. Bradbury and Cleveland come back in for them. Labrie inside. Grant trying to work underneath. Too much gas. Rebounded by Cleveland. Pass up ahead to Goucher. She has to circle back to keep a hold on it. She's double teamed. Tough work. Just picked right off of her by Pond. Maddie Pond over to Hadley. Gets it back. Pond off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Goucher. Under 3 minutes remaining in the game. Bears lead it by 16. Whistle. Foul. It's on Pond. Pond picks up her 4th. She's going to come to the bench. Adler's going to come to the bench. And Kylie Grassi gets 2 free throws. Makes the first to go 3 of 3. Correction, 5 of 6 from the line. Trying to make it 6 of 7. She'll do exactly that. Gardner is back in for the Owls. Labrie at the right wing, trying to find somebody. Finds Williams. Williams working in, trying to get the runner from the angle. No good, but she's fouled. That one's on Peachy. Her 3rd. And that's 2 free throws for Octaviana Williams, who is 4 for 4 from the charity stripe tonight. A little bit of an announcer's jinx, I guess. She misses her first of the evening. Williams misses them both. An empty trip to the line for Octaviana Williams. Peachy trying to take it the other way. Tripp on the left side, wants an outlet. She's double teamed, throws up a 50-50 ball for Bradbury. Bradbury from just to the right of the top of the key, no good. That's a whole lot going on underneath. And that looks like a foul on Cleveland. Yes, indeed. Cleveland gets her 2nd personal. 2:21 remaining in the game. But the Bears have sent the Owls to the free throw line again. And Jess Gardner is going to get 2 at the stripe. Looking to cut this to 16. First free throw's good. A lot of credit to the Owls for never leaving this game. They've stayed in this at every step of the way. Gardner makes them both, and it's a 16-point game.
Those were her first 2 points of the game.
Bradbury, bouncer. Peachy, the mid-range, is off front iron, tracked down by Williams. Williams across. Bohenko back out. Gardner left from the baseline, no good. Pulled down, eventually found by Peachy. Stripped of it by Bohenko. Coming back in, trying to get it across, throws it away. That was too high for Williams. Hadler with 3 personals is back in. Grant is back in as well. Jordan Grant has not been called for a personal foul tonight. Impressive work playing a clean game. Keeping herself out of whistle trouble. Peachy no good but a foul. That one's on Renich. Jen Renich picks up her second personal. And Kylie Pesci's going to shoot a couple now. Trying to stretch this Bears lead back out to 18. First free throw is good. Kylie Pesci with 11 points now make that. No, it's going to stay 11. She misses the second free throw. Offensive board by Grassi. Pesci over to Tripp at the right wing. Bradbury at the top of the key. Watched closely by Labrie. Grassi. Pesci trying to break in the fadeaway. No good off the side iron. Rebounded by Cleveland. Bradbury stepping in. Back out to Tripp. Grassi worked on tightly by Grant. And Jordan Grant may have just picked up her first personal foul of the night.
Talk about that announcer's chance.
I can't believe it. 1:04 to go in the game. 2 free throws for Kylie Grassi, and Jordan Grant did indeed pick up her first personal. 7 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, and 1 personal for Grant. Grassi makes them both, and the Bears' lead is 19. Labrie takes it across. Under a minute now. Williams working in from the right post, spins it in. A lot of English. Tripp double teamed. Across for Pesci, all alone in the right mid-range. She missed everything. Gets it back, tries to lay it up, reverse underneath. That was tough. Bears lead it by 19. Hadla tosses it up, gets it. Tough floater for Olivia Hadla. Shot clock is off. Bears just trying to work through this Owls press. Bradbury double teamed across Pesci. And the Bears are just going to try to pass it around, really. Bridgewater State will hold, and this is how it ends. A 17-point Bears victory, and they will stay undefeated, 4-0 in MASCAC play. A tough fight for so much of the way, but the Bears break away in the second half. Your final score, Bears 76, Owls 59.
Grassi led the game with 21 points. Very good game from Grassi.
Olivia,
Good game all around for the Bridgewater State Bears.
Olivia Hadla with 17 of her own, chipped in hard fighting for the Owls. A tough game, but the Bears able to come through it and remain undefeated in the MASCAC.
And Ariel Cleveland with the double-double with 10 points and 13 rebounds.
And Octaviana Williams with 10 boards of her own. Tough game all around. Yep. Again, your final score, Bears 76, Owls 59. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Bears Sports Network. I'm Matt Donahue.
No, I'm Zachary McMahon.
Stay safe out there, stay warm out there, and remember that every day is a great day to be a Bear. We'll see you next time here on BSN.